everybody, my name is Alex, and I asked a few people on Facebook if anybody wanted to see a video of my Disney College Program experience, and a few people actually said yes, so here I am doing that. I apologize already to start off that I'm sitting in my closet. It just happens to be the most isolated place for me to record. It also happens to be the quietest, so that is why I'm in here. So I kind of wanted to start this video off by kind of explaining the program, explaining what I'm doing here, and just kind of going over everything first week, first look, first month. So let's get started. So I'm doing the Disney College Program in the Disney World location. It's Disney World or Disneyland in California, but I'm in Orlando in Florida, and I am doing the fall 2016 semester. So I'm doing the 5-month August to January semester. There's also Fall Advantage, which is the May to January, and then there's the spring semesters as well, but I'm not doing that one. If I want, I can choose to extend my program and go until May. If I decide to do that, I haven't decided yet, so stay tuned for that choice. I am living in the Patterson housing complex, which is one of the 4 housing choices in the Orlando area. So it's Patterson, which is the one I'm in, Chatham, which is across the street from me, and Commons, which is up the street, and then Vista Way, which is a little bit on the other side of like the main road. So that's a little bit farther away, but those are the 4 housing complexes. I have a total of 6 girls in my apartment, so there's myself, and then my bedroom mate Sarah, and then we have Tori and Sam in bedroom 2, and Amanda and Hannah in bedroom 3. So it is just the 6 of us, but I think you can also have a 8-bedroom, or an 8-person apartment or a 4-person apartment, and the bedrooms are a little bit different depending on how many people you have in your living quarters. So now that I have gone over the housing section of the video and kind of the stuff I wanted to explain, I wanted to go around my travel experience. So I drove my car from Arizona to Florida, and it was stressful, tiring, but totally worth it because I don't honestly know what I would do without my car. I kind of use my car all the time. I use it to drive to work, obviously. I go to the grocery store. I use it to go to the parks. I use it to go to Universal. I use it to go to the beach. I use it all the time, so I don't know what I wouldn't do without it. I'm also paying a car payment on it, so it'd be kind of stupid to leave it in the driveway in Arizona. So the travel started in Arizona, obviously, and the first day we drove from Sedona, or Cottonwood, to New Mexico, and we stayed in New Mexico one night. We took a few stops during the day, but then we stayed in a hotel in New Mexico, and then woke up early the next morning and drove from New Mexico to Texas. And my lord, driving through Texas is so boring. So boring. There's nothing to look at. Nothing. Because it's just dirt. And you'd think that I would be used to dirt coming from Arizona, but you'd be wrong. There's a whole lot of dirt in Texas. And then after we drove from San Antonio to New Orleans and did a couple things in New Orleans that night, went to Bourbon Street, kind of hung out, did some stuff, and then went from New Orleans to Florida. And we stayed with our friends in Claremont, Florida for one night, and then got up and did Universal on Sunday, and that was really fun. And then I checked in on Monday. Check-in was not too bad. Mom dropped me off, and then she went and got her rental car so that she could do some stuff around Orlando, and I went through the process of getting my picture taken for my ID, getting my house key, and then meeting my roommates. So I walked in to my apartment on the 3rd floor, which was kind of a pain in the butt, and still is. I walked in, and Hannah was here. She was in her room, which is the room by the kitchen, and I said hi and everything, and then I was like, where are Sarah and Tori? Because they were the ones that I had linked with originally to be my roommates for the program. So I called Sarah and I was like, where are you? Like, I need to know if I'm moving with you. And she was lost. So I went downstairs and I found her in the parking lot and I was like, give me your packet. Like, let me see what your apartment number is. And she was in the same apartment as me. So we found her, and then shortly thereafter, Tori showed up, and I had seen Tori the day before because we had gone to Universal together. So I already knew Tori, but I didn't know if she was going to be living with me or not. So we found her, she showed up, everything was fine, everything was good, and then later our roommate Amanda showed up, so I got to meet her, and then later on our final roommate Sam showed up, and then that was everybody. So Sarah and I share a room, and then Sam and Tori share a room, and Hannah and Amanda share a room. And it's 3 bedrooms, and there's 2 beds in each room, obviously. We pay, I think, about $104 a month for rent, which is a lot because we're paying about $2,000 to live here, which is a lot, but it's not that much. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I said $104 a month. It's $104 a week, so it comes directly out of my paycheck, and I never see it. Which is kind of nice, and it hasn't really been that bad. Our neighbors to this side are a little noisy, but that's okay. I know the guys that live below us, and so far they have not complained. And it's not too bad. I don't mind it so much. Sharing my space with another person, as I'm sure Sarah will agree, is a little hard just because it's hard to not have your own space to kind of do what you want, but we're getting used to it. It hasn't been too bad. So we share the closet, we share the bathroom, we share the bedroom space, which isn't too bad. No huge complaints so far, except for the fact that lugging trash and garbage down 2 flights of stairs is not easy. It's not, especially when it's pouring rain, which it does a lot. It pours a lot in Florida. And that's a little difficult, but it's something that obviously we have to get used to. And I have an umbrella and a raincoat, and they actually gave me rain gear at work, so I don't have to worry about that either, because a wet cast member is not a pretty cast member. So along with my roommates, I have some pretty great friends that I've made on the program so far. So a lot of my friends are actually my coworkers. I'm gonna do a shout out right now to my 2 closest program friends that aren't my roommates, David and Kelly. I used to work with them. I do work with them. We used to be on the Jungle Book team together, but then when the Jungle Book show ended, we got moved to Everest. So now we're all working at Everest together, with our friend Ben, our friend Joy, and everybody from the Rivers team, for the most part, pretty much got moved to Everest. If they weren't already trained there, they are currently being cross-trained, as well as myself. So pretty much what happened with my job team was that we started off as the Rivers of Light team, and that's a show that hasn't actually started yet. So we were put on the Jungle Book team, which was the show that was on the water at Animal Kingdom, in the Asia section of Animal Kingdom. So that's where I work. I work in Asia, and we worked on the Jungle Book team. So basically every night we put on 2 shows, and we worked the line, we worked with seating everybody, worked with exiting everybody, which was really actually quite fun, to kind of get to be social and move around and not have to have that repetitiveness of working an attraction. I'm still considered an attractions cast member working a show, but I wasn't doing like push a button, send a car, push a button, send a car. But it's funny that I was feeling that way because now I am. So when Jungle Book ended, a lot of us got cross-trained at other parts of the park. So some of us went to the Flights of Wonder show, some of us went to Kali River Rapids, and then some of us went to Everest. So me, my friend David, my friend Kelly, my friend Ben, and a lot of other people from our team got moved to Everest. So we were going through training, and this past week, was my first week off of training. So I have officially been on the Everest team for a minute. So I'll put a picture up of that team, a few of the team members anyway, on our last day of training right now. So when Rivers of Light, which is going to be the show that it was actually intended for, the theater that they built in Asia, when it comes, I will be moved back from Everest to Rivers of Light, and I will be working that as well as Everest, I think, or so I've been told. So I'll be working both. So now I'm actually an attractions cast member as well as being like a show attractions cast member, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty excited. I am not a roller coaster person. If you know me, as my mother and my sister know me, I'm not a roller coaster person. So I just thought it was kind of ironic that I got put on a roller coaster. I don't ride it, and I'm not required to ride it, but I'm also terrified of heights. So during my training, I was required to walk down the mountain, which was it was a big step for me in terms of being afraid of heights. I think I'm okay now. I've got it now. I've only done it twice, and I probably will never have to do it again, which is good. But it was scary, and I think I still have to kind of bring myself to actually ride the ride because I've only ridden it once. So if you're not familiar with what I mean when I say Everest, it is Expedition Everest, the Legend of the Yeti, which is a roller coaster based on the um, Legend of the Yeti. So basically, the story is that you are uh, like an expedition explorer, and you go on this like train that's on this like old abandoned railroad that has just been reopened, and you go up into the mountain to like excavate or something, or like look for treasure or whatever. I'm explaining it poorly, so I'm sorry. But basically the idea is that you go on this like track, and then you hit this part and it's like broken, and you're like, oh my god, no, what's gonna happen? And then it takes you backwards, and it takes you like up into the mountain and through, and you get to see the Yeti, and then you like there's like this big drop, and then that's why I don't like it, because there's a big drop. But I have ridden it once, and I know quite a bit about the ride, so it's pretty cool. I really like it a lot. It's very cool knowing kind of all the secrets about stuff. So that's been really fun to kind of know all the behind the scenes stuff, which is honestly, if I'm gonna be like 100% honest, it has shattered the illusion of Disney magic for me a little bit. But I work in the Magic Kingdom, or I don't work in the Magic Kingdom. I don't work in the Magic Kingdom. I work in the Animal Kingdom, which kind of has preserved the Magic Kingdom in this nice little like dream magic bubble. So the illusion of the Magic Kingdom hasn't really left, but the Animal Kingdom is just like a whole other deal. I don't feel magic anymore when I walk into that Animal Kingdom, beside the fact that I'm like, yes, I get to work here and this is my home park, which has been really, really cool, actually. So now that I have explained what the program is, where I'm living, who I'm living with, who I work with, and where I work, I wanted to kind of talk about some of my favorite things and some of my favorite parts of the program. So I think overall my favorite thing is getting to go to the parks whenever I want. Prior to working here, I had never been to Disney World. I'd been to Disneyland quite a few times, so I was familiar with that park. But then I came to the Magic Kingdom, and the first time I saw the castle, I cried. It was, I mean, I didn't like sob, but like my eyes welled up with tears, and I was like, oh my god. Literally, like Tori can attest to this. She was with me. We went at like 11 p.m. and it was an hour before park close, and I saw the castle and I was like, oh my god, there it is, it's the castle. And like the little girl in me was just like, because I was so excited to see it. And the first time I ever watched Wishes, which is the fireworks show that they do on the castle every night, the first time I saw that, me and my roommates were watching it from the Polynesian Beach Resort. We were watching it from the beach, and that was amazing. It wasn't like as good as it is in person, but it was still like really, really cool. And I cried during that too. But honestly, just being able to go wherever, whenever is so amazing, and I think I might be taking it for granted a little bit. Because I can go to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios whenever I want. Whether it be right at open or an hour before close or at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I can get out of bed on my day off and be like, 3 o'clock? Yeah, I'm bored. Let's go get some ice cream from France. Like, it's so nonchalant. Or I can be like, oh, I wonder if so and so is working. Let's go to Magic Kingdom and find out. Or like, oh, Wishes comes on at 9 o'clock. Or 10 o'clock. Let's go. Let's go watch Wishes. Let's go ride Space Mountain. I've got fast passes. Let's do it. Like, it just blows my mind that this thing that people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to come do is so, for one, free, and two, so like just not nonchalant. Just like, oh, Magic Kingdom, yeah, I go there like every Tuesday. What do you mean? Actually, like more like 3 times a week, but it's fine. And I also have an annual pass to Universal Studios, so if I want to like go be a wizard for a day, I can. I actually spent 6 hours there one day, just in Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. I just spent like 6 hours there, just like doing the wand thing and like riding all the rides and like being a huge freaking nerd, which is not surprising to anybody that knows me. So I think that's pretty much my favorite thing, as much as meeting new people and meeting people from all over the world, mind you. Like, I have friends from Australia. I know a guy from France who works at the Paris Disneyland, who just comes here because he can. And like, I have friends from Chicago, Texas, Georgia, Mississippi, Philadelphia. Like, I know people from almost every state in the United States, and I couldn't say that 2 months ago. And it's blowing my mind a little bit. So awesome. But I think this video is already like 15 minutes long, so I'm gonna cut it off here. But thank you for everyone who was like, yeah, do the video thing, do it. I will probably do like a vlog thing once I get a phone that's not a piece of crap. I might actually do the video blog thing, and I'll do like a blog too. So stay tuned for that. Again, thanks for watching and commenting on that status saying do it, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have. And yeah, I see you next time. Okay, bye.